Welcome back, Katem fans. It's been a while since I put out a new video, especially say how-to or a maintenance video or something like that. This video, I've actually had a lot of requests on how I keep my bike so clean. This video, I'm finally going to do that. All my little tips and tricks on how I keep my bike looking mwah. I just came up to 150 hours on this bike. I just came from a car wash. That's how I wash my bike. I take the pressure washer to it, but I do not pressure wash the chain because it's an O-ring chain. It can take the grease right out of your chain rollers. You don't want that. So you can see it just came from a car wash. You know, it's not perfect because I take the pressure washer and it's a dirt bike. It's going to get dirty again, so there's no point in making it a show bike. You can see I still got water spots, and so what I'll do is I'll go through step by step on what I do and what I use to keep my bike looking clean. So come back. Okay, Katem fans, there's one thing that I've noticed that I really want to point out is I washed this bike at a car wash. I just came back. I wiped the whole bike down within reason to get some water spots. And wiping it down with a microfiber cloth is important for the next step. But I want to point this out. I just came from a car wash. It's about a 10-minute ride. Look right here. Where the chain guard mounts is water. And I rode this bike for about 10 minutes. What'll happen is, especially if you don't ride your bike after you wash it, water sits in there and it is going to rust your chain. That's why it's important to use, I use a WD-40, and I'll do that whole schmeal after I'm done the next step on this bike. But just to let you know, water and junk sits where those bolts, where that bolt hole is. All right, Katem fans, we back. I had to go get some supplies. Anyway, the secret to my success to keep my bike clean is this. Everybody who rides off-road has got boots on, knows no matter how much you wash your bike, you always get these scuff marks and black stuff, right? Well, here's the secret to my success. That's right, Mr. Clean, the magic eraser. After you get your funny Mr. Clean magic eraser, you go over top of those black spots. But I am going to warn you, if you have brand new plastic with that shine on it, like I don't know if I have a really shiny spot. I'll try right here. Even though there's no dirt marks. You rub it on there, you wipe it off, it takes the shine off. It's no longer glossy. So if you have brand new plastics, don't use one of these. Or you go over the whole bike with it to make it all even, and then you go into a next step, which I'll show you in a minute. But back to those black spots. Normally when you're riding through the bush, you get the black spots or the black scratches where dirt is actually embedded in the plastic. That's why it never seems to wash off. Rub with the plastic, with the which the way the plastics are scratched. Like if you got a scratch this way, rub it this way, and it'll take care of all those black marks. It may take some doing and some elbow grease, but it will get rid of all that black stuff. And I can't stress this enough. If you have new plastics, don't do this because it makes them dull. It's not going to get rid of every bit, but it gets rid of 90% of them. This is kind of a bad example because I usually do this all the time so it doesn't get that black. But if you have a big black spot, this will get rid of it right here. See if it gets rid of some. All these really are just scuff marks from branches. This is a bad example. But you guys get the picture. That's how I keep my plastics looking clean. Maybe this one will come off. You see, there they go. That's not mud. That's scuff marks from the boots and tree branches and sap and everything else. Some of it is not going to come off. But with enough elbow grease, you can get 90% of it off. To give you a before and after look, you see I did my fender, the shine. fork guards. Kind of hard, something I thought. Do my rad guards, the side plastics. It made a bit of a difference. But you can see here where I did not do my hand guards. Look how dull they are. I never do my hand guards because, well, what's the point? They're the first thing of contact. Anyway. Alright, remember I was saying earlier how I washed my bike and under here, oh, that schmutz. Try and get, you don't have to get the dirt out, but try and get the water and the grease, and in my case it's WD-40. Try and get that out. As long as it's dry, then your chain won't rust. Now if you have an O-ring chain, this works. I've got 150 hours. My rear sprocket. That chain needs a little bit of tightening, that's fine. There's my front sprocket. Hardly any wear on the front sprocket at all. Teeth are curled just a little bit, but that's from clutch ups and power wheelies. This is the next step that I do. You can do whatever you want, but I use WD-40. Just spray it along. It's easier to do with one hand. You can start the bike up, put it in gear. That works too. That's what I do usually. Boom, we're rolling. Spray this side of the chain. And then come over and watch your fingers. Don't try this at home. I'm a non-trained professional. I'm going to do this side. And that, my Katem friends, is how I take care of my dirt bike. Nice and dry, chains lubed up. I can speak for O-ring chains. I can't speak for the other ones, but the WD-40 method, all you're really doing on an O-ring chain is you're stopping it from rusting. Providing all your O-rings are still in place, you're not doing anything by adding oil. You're not lubricating it anymore. You're just stopping it from rusting. Anyway, thanks for watching. I've been meaning to do this video for quite a while. After 150 hours, she still looks good. I still like it. It's not my favorite bike anymore, but that's another story for another video. And here's a little added bonus. Something I wasn't really going to do, but for you long-term Katem fans, never wondered who I am. This is me. This is who I am. I turned 50 this year. I'm slowing down quite a bit, but that's another video for another time. Thanks for watching. Thanks for your subscribing. Even if you don't, just thanks for the minutes. That's more important than subscribers. Anyway, go out, get some adventure, have some fun, go ride a dirt bike of whatever color, flavor you like. It really doesn't matter at the end of the day. As long as you're having fun, Katem out. All right, we back. Next step is to wipe it down. What I use is a microfiber cloth, but if you look, there's two sides to it. I know you probably already know this, but I use the side that's raised up the most. All you do is just give your plastic just a quick wipe. Don't rub it in, don't try and get every bit off. You want to leave that shine. And after it sits for a bit, well, it's hard to tell, but I actually got a nice gloss. Do all the black, it brings out the nice shine, all the black plastic. And that is how Katem takes care of his dirt bike. See how nice and shiny the black plastic came? Let's give that a quick wipe. Brings that shine back. After I got the bike wiped down, I'll come back and I'll show you what I do next. Alright, Katem fans. Here's where the magic comes in. After you've done using that white eraser, wipe down your plastics, wipe it down again to get rid of the little bit of water, because this next step is important. This stuff. SC1, new bike in a can. When they say new bike in a can, they're not kidding. It's like magic. All it really is a silicone spray. What you do is spray it on the whole bike. Be generous, it's not going to hurt nothing. Keep it off your tires, keep it off your brake discs, and keep it off your seat. But mostly keep it off your brake discs, because it's a silicone spray. It'll just make everything really slippery, and I mean really slippery. I spray the tank, all plastics. Be generous with it. Oh, I'm running out for some new stuff. And here is where a lot of people don't know is the black plastic in your black frame. If you spray that, it brings that new gloss black back into what you're spraying. I do the frame, and I do the frame guards, and I do the chain guard. Now that you've done that, let it sit for a minute or two. A little more here. And we'll come back. To give you an example, that's how much dirt I took off. And my bike really wasn't that dirty.